Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact. And it's so weird to say that sometimes, you know, since I've caught up, my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact, but it is still my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact. Today we're going to be in the rest of the Archon quest. I did 3 hours of it last time, and people said there's still quite a bit of a chunk left, and like the idea pretty much was why I like stopped there. Look at the beautiful lighting here, holy hell. The reason why I stopped there was because I knew I wanted to be like fully energized and like be able to fully take everything in, and I wanted to like, you know, take my time with everything. So we're going into the last portion of this now with you guys once again. My team I'm using today is He Said No Pickle, I believe the name is. He Said No Pickle. It's basically like Lynette, Fischl, Kaching, and Xingqiu. Pretty straightforward. I think Kaching is going to be like one of our main damage dealers, although Fischl is already... The way I have Fischl built, she does a lot of crit damage, so she will be like, you know, carrying a lot of the damage as well, while Xingqiu like will be doing a lot of support in terms of like buffing and things like this as well, but he can also do damage too. And in terms of Lynette, I'm not great with Lynette, but Lynette's really good for like distractions and adding some swirl to stuff as well. Like she's actually very good at that stuff. So we're gonna see how this goes. But yeah, He Said No Pickle is basically like these three unbelievably, you know, tough gals. Basically like for Xingqiu be like, hey, he said no pickle. That's why I called him that. Let's go into the next part of this thing. The next part of the quest, we have to talk to Jean. A lot of crazy stuff happening. It was terrifying the last episode. It was really terrifying. And now things are under control in Mondstadt. We had a battle in Mondstadt. By the way, the stuff that I missed, I'm going to try and check out all of it. I know for a fact I want to check out the Fischl conversation because she's one of my favorite characters. But apparently I missed quite a few conversations. I didn't even realize that I progressed the story forward when I shouldn't have. And apparently a lot of people had the same thing where they thought that they were like doing optional stuff, but it actually progressed the story forward. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get to everybody, but I'm going to make sure I can try and find it, because I don't want to do it until after this is done, because I do have a video that a patron sent me. I'll do it then, right? After I'm done, because I'm worried about like maybe accidentally getting a spoiler. You never know, and with a recommended video or whatever, you know, you never know with Genshin. So I'm going to do it after this, and we're going to try and see all the conversations we missed. Jean, I'm home. It is I, Fischl.
方妮雅已经交由其他人照看了，她的问题你应该能解决，对吧？
只要我们接下来的行动顺利。
战斗不是已经结束了吗？还有什么行动？
I love the voices still. Yeah, so the operation's still going, I guess.
接下来算是我个人的小小计划。我事先请教过温迪，现阶段是否可以发起三方会晤
Tripartite conference?
这个传统倒没有太久的历史，甚至是这些年才有的。
Okay.
最初发起人是大团长法尔加。
So it's like it's a whole new tradition that had... Okay, that Varka came up with. Can I say as well, like, one thing I compliment Genshin how beautiful it looks all the time. But the characters are so beautifully designed also. But like, look at the lighting on Jean's face. Like, she's such a well-designed character, but the colors of her hair, the different shades of her outfit, like, it's so freaking nice.
我到现在还记得法尔加跑来问我，能不能行个方便，帮他联系一下魔女会的各位。看他那个样子，就差开口叫他们姐姐了呢。
Jesus, yeah, like the Hexenzirkel of all people? Like, I would be not even brave enough to, like, you know, I don't know, casually ask them anything.
姐姐，法尔加难道是什么小年轻吗？
小年轻可能谈不上，年纪很大更是不至于。
I love how Paimon's like thinking about this as well. This is so cute.
是会在各种场合突然开始开玩笑的岁数。
Oh my god, she has all these different ideas in her head.
确实。
Very sweet.
所谓的三方会晤，是指西风骑士团及西风教会联合势力、魔女会
That
以
is
及风神巴巴
insane.
托斯三方。
It's only insane because like that sounds like it's like so important. Like
靠着巴巴托斯大人引荐，法尔加赢得了与魔女正式会面的机会。
amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at this artwork, the stained glass windows.
他凭借口才与魔女会交涉，得到魔女们的首肯，为蒙德赢下至关重要的承诺。
And Varka was able to do this.
承诺的内容是，未来某一刻，在蒙德最需要帮助的时候，
No
魔女们将归
way.
来此地，成为蒙德的助理。
We're gonna try. Wait, are we gonna try and get the Hexenzirkel to help out?
现在，我想再次请求会晤，提出我的要求。温迪，麻烦你了。旅行者，把嘟嘟通讯仪给我一下。
啊，居然要用到这个东西啊！
This is like the Hexenzirkel is one of like, to me it's like the every Hexenzirkel member we met so far and talked to. It's been such an amazing time and such an amazing experience. It doesn't make them any less intimidating, you know?
准备开始了。应该是这样联系的吧。
Is it gonna work? They have to answer Venti, right?
什么东西在响？风里的声音。
Wait, what?
等等，这个声音，
Yeah, what's happening?
等一下，巴巴托斯。
法尔加
Varka?
大团长。
This is Grandmaster
抱
Varka.
歉，抱歉，是我联系错了呢。不好意思，法尔加，你应该在忙吧？
如果你是指我头上有武器，背后有敌人，
Whoa.
面前还有赶着来揍我的人的话，应该是的。
哦，那你忙吧，有空再联系。
Have fun with the... Oh my...
替我跟大家问
What?
好。哦，对了，我还有私房钱，你上次不是说我欠你酒吗？自己去拿吧，就藏在。
That is so funny. He's like, hey, I'm about to be like, they want to turn me mid-speed. I'm in a big battle. And he's like, well, look, good on you.
啊，你干嘛打断他？让他说完呀！私房钱藏在哪？
Look at Violet's face. Don't tell me he hid it beneath the great tree of Windrise.
应该不至于吧？
I love that we had a misdial here. It grounds the Dodoka device as well, right? Like, it makes it seem like very, like, I don't know, grounded in reality in a way.
喂，有人找我吗？
So we don't recognize the voice. We're not even nearly going to recognize the voices if it is a
Hey,
Hexenzirkel
finish it.
member. It's Alice!
Uh-huh.
Oh my
我
god!
是温迪。
The lighting in here is incredible. Every time we talk to Alice, it's like insane.
温迪，我好
Stop.
像不认识叫温迪的朋友呀。
Alice.
就是巴巴托斯啊，不要一副不记得的样子。
It's Barbados.
抱歉，
Of course she's having
忍不住
fun.
说了这种话。亲爱的巴巴托斯大人，找我有什么事吗？
My heart is like already pounding and we're only like we're only like 5 minutes into this.
你还记得三方会晤吗？其实今天有一位朋友想再次启动这个仪式，我是替他出面的。
哦，蒙德居然又有这么勇敢的人了吗？
And the way she says brave soul as well. I love how she's being so
是
playful.
我，爱丽丝阿姨。
And Alice.
西风骑士团调查小队队
And
长阿贝多
Alice.
恳请与魔女会展开一次正式会晤。
你的愿望是什么呢，亲爱的小阿贝多？
Dear Albedo.
我要做一件前所未有的事。
Doesn't it give the vibe when he said like Aunt Alice and she said Dear Albedo? It does give the vibe of like, you know, I have 12 aunties and they all love me or something, you know? like it's like, you know, the precious one in the family at the family get together is like, oh, it's Albedo. Oh, it's so good to see you. Hey, Aunt Alice, you know?
多前所未有！你的母亲莱茵多特也没有做过吗？
Oh, mentioning gold as well.
从定义上说不是，而从地点和原材料来说，
Interesting.
什么意思来着？哦，听起来有点意思。我马上到。
爱丽丝女士到哪里？这间办公室吗？
哦嗨，你们好呀！
What the hell? What?
爱丽丝阿姨这次是大号嘟嘟可了。
Albedo's saying it like, you know, it's like when you're at a family get together and someone has a new like jacket. Oh, I see you've turned yourself into a giant Todoko.
不可爱吗？看，嘟嘟可还有专属的帽
This
子呢，
is amazing. Amazing.
真是心灵手巧啊！
Yeah, it's really cute.
好久不见了，各位，很高兴见到大家。我仅代表魔女会同意小阿贝多的请求。
Wow.
我猜你们多半还要准备一下。没关系，准备完毕
Is the long table the one in the
把长桌
sky?
就好。爱丽丝真贴心呐。
Oh my god, Paima's voice is so cute. This is amazing. We're gonna have a meeting with the Hexenzirkel.
向来如此哦。
Yep.
谢谢你，爱丽丝阿姨。
Oh my god, that's adorable. Every time he says Aunt Alice, I'm gonna just like nearly cry.
出发之前，我认为你们有必要见见另一位朋友。
Yeah?
趁现在去一趟我的办公室吧，他在那里等你们。
That's always a bit ominous, right? But I guess if it's like our boy Albedo, we don't have to worry too much about this stuff, you know?
出发之前，我认为你们趁现在去一趟我的办
Okay.
公室。
Yep. I will. How are you guys doing?
这次有太多事要感谢你，巴巴托斯大人。
这么客气，反倒显得我平时很无所事事哦。
您知道我不是那个意思。巴巴托斯大人有自己的策略，
Beautiful stuff.
我们无从智慧。
倒也不是这么说啦，我平时确实比较悠闲。
I mean, yeah, but like, I think it's a theme in Genshin, and we can talk about that in a bit,
这
but
次骑士团和教会的各位才真是辛苦了，还有我们的朋友，荣誉骑士和派蒙。
Venti praising everyone here as well. Look at this. Look at this. Our friends, Knight and Paimon. And Paimon. Listen,
这一次，
even though I can't recite Chinese, we're gonna get him
才
say
真
it
是
again.
辛苦了，还有我们的朋友，荣誉骑士和派蒙。
Paimon.
在担心阿贝多接下来要做的事吗？
So that's the thing. He and Paimon have a rivalry, but like he does, you know, he's a caring person. He is.
多少有一点。不过，我仅仅是本能的感到有些紧张，不是质疑他的能力。
Right.
阿贝多总能拿出最理想的结果，我信任他。
The trust as well.
你能这么想就太好了。
Love the little chuckle. No, I just love the voice acting again. Like obviously the English voice acting is always going to be the thing that like, you know, was Genshin to me, right? Because like that's the thing like I know the most. That's the characters to me. But I do like that like we're kind of making Chinese kind of like the official language that I use outside of English, because I feel like that makes sense. While like trying different languages would be fun as well, I have no problem doing that at some point in the future. I think that like having a universal second language means that we maybe can eventually get used to the voices as well of characters. Eventually. Now, I think we're going to be able to do a lot of stuff still in English. Like I think, if I'm not mistaken, by the way, there should be an event here. Look at this. Look at this, by the way. I don't even know what to say about this. This is going to be insane. It's going to be insane. But I'm assuming that a lot of this is in English, right? Because you have like possibly. We'll see how it goes. Because like there's a new character, we want to hear her voice as well and stuff like this. But again, it all depends on stuff like that too. And then of course we have the Escoffier story quest. Oh, we have hangouts as well to do. I did that as well, yeah. So like we also have this story quest as well, which I'm probably gonna be doing in English also. But I think it's nice to also like be able to transition between a different language as well. And I love the different like accents. I love the different flares that the Chinese voice actors use. It's always interesting to see that their take. And sometimes it's just like, oh no, this is them still. I think that's why Genshin is so well directed when it comes to voice acting, because even in a different language, it's like that's them. That's their personality. I was gonna say like every Archon has a different energy to them, and every Archon is so special in their own unique way. Venti, I feel like, is pretty like, he's hands-off, but when he needs to be hands-on, he's hands-on. Zhongli is someone who's like he's retired, but again, if anyone's in danger, he will step in and help out with that stuff as well. You know, the Raiden Shogun is now at a state where she is trying her absolute very best to like make amends for all the stuff that happened before, and make Inazuma a place where people can like visit and work together in, and sell stuff and travel and do all this stuff. She's doing her very best with that stuff, and it continues even with the recent events this year. And you know, keep it going. Like Nahida is someone who I feel like is also like in a way making up for lost time, but I think it's just someone who like is like an Archon who you can go to about anything, and you know that you're going to get the utmost kindness. You know that she's going to be like there for you at every single moment, which, you know, it's different from like the way Zhongli does things, which is like let people kind of do their own thing. Venti does things where he kind of lets people, like he's in the nicest phonies, kind of handle things too. And while Nahida also like relies on people as well, I feel like she's also like very involved with all that stuff also. And of course, Farina's story was absolutely incredible. The way like it was like the fake Archon, all this stuff as well. And I feel like that's why like Mavuika's story is so interesting to me. Like, I maybe just to me, I don't know, like, because I know a lot of people disagree, but to me, the reason why she's so interesting to me is because from the first second, she's like what you would expect. If you described what an Archon was to someone who doesn't play Genshin, I feel like she's what you would expect, because she's like so like, how do you say it? Like she's so like, professional and welcoming and all this stuff. She has her own flaws and her own personality. We saw this through her story quest and through her story, the baggage that she carries with her. But it's just so interesting to see like this is what I expected an Archon would be, but Genshin has turned the idea of like what a god is on its head completely. Sorry for getting sidetracked there. I just think it's so interesting here, like the Archons and how Genshin writes them.
阿贝多办公室的门为什么一直关着？难道是藏了什么好吃？
You think so? You think so, Paimon? She goes right. No way! What?
不要大喊大叫嘛！
Mini turn! What the hell?
小杜林，
Vaughn's little brother.
你怎么在这里啊？
That is amazing. I didn't expect that at all.
其实刚才城里混战的时候
Oh, really?
我也偷偷帮忙了，还想拍一下小派蒙的
No
肩膀。
way.
可惜你飞得很快。
By the way, adorable voice. He tried to like get Paimon's attention. You were there?
是的，我来蒙德好几天了，一直躲着，怕吓到别人。
Don't worry about that. If people are scared of you, they will excommunicate them from Mondstadt.
没关系，我们不怕你啊。
Never, never. Adorable voice.
你是来蒙德观光的吗？参加风花节，玩玩小游戏什么的。
Paimon's voice is so adorable too. This is just adorable overload.
我确实去偷偷参加了风花节，没法当着大家的面玩游戏，但节日还是很棒的。
He's like, he had to avoid all the people who couldn't play the games. Look at him. Like, this is from like the summer event last year.
不过我不是来玩的，阿贝多和我约定了，要一起完成一件伟大的事。
Okay.
伟大的事？
Was this the...
我想取代雪山的杜林，作为被复活的那一个
What?
来到世上。原来是这件事，我们知道呀。你这不是已经顺利来到树外面的世界了吗？
Right. But he's gonna do it in the actual mountain?
抱歉，是我说的不够清楚。阿贝多说，他有办法用炼金术
What?
让我变成人类。
What is happening? Human transmutation. So you're Albedo. So that was all the study he was doing. So you're Albedo's intended subject. Because I was thinking there, I was like, replacing Durin. Does he mean in the real? Because I know like he was like revived and left the world himself, but like all that stuff gets mighty confusing very quickly, right? But like, is he gonna try and like? Are they gonna try and get rid of like the beating heart of Durin? Because it's the beating heart of Durin, right? That like every time it beats, it gets more powerful, right? Isn't that what they said? I know it's figurative, but you know what I mean? So to get rid of Durin, they're gonna replace him with this Durin?
他已经准备了很久。
How is this gonna work? You're gonna be a human? But you're so cute!
小杜林，原来你想成为人类吗？我不知道想不想，我有点不明白这种事情上，什么才是正确的，什么才是好的。
Very, like, mature response here from Mini Durin.
但是我也是杜林啊，不想在这种地方输给别的龙。
That is a great line, though. Like, I have a right to this name, too. Becoming human isn't just as simple as changing form. But also, what does Vaughn think about this? Like, what do you think? Like, again, he deserves to have, obviously, like, and I'm sure, again, 100%, like, Albedo's talked about this with him several times over. There's no way Albedo's going to be, like, you're doing this no matter what. So I want to make that clear. There's no way in hell Albedo would just force someone to do it without their, like, the thought process that they want to do this, you know?
这些阿贝多都跟我说过，他说雪山的杜林攻击性很强，也
Right.
更原始，像野兽一样。
I got to the point where I thought Durin was like the way I see Durin almost is not even like almost like an idea almost like a figurative spiritual idea.
而我是妈妈创造的故事书里的龙，纯粹的部
Let's
分
go.
正好可以用来抵消魔龙身上恶的部分。
If this is what you want, I know Durin's not just an idea, by the way, but like he's become in my mind almost like this. Before this event, it was almost like he became like this figurative idea, you know?
其实我也想过，假如变成人，和那个部分融合在一起，我还能是我吗？
Man, it's terrifying. That's absolutely terrifying. So that's all the study he was doing
又
then.
或者，我本来也不是一个完整的灵魂。阿贝多说，有这些疑问很正常，每个人都带着一大堆问题。
Okay, so we're all trying to figure out who we are. So he's saying like without a complete soul, there was never really a me to begin with. So if we can look at all the stuff he's saying here as well, he's saying, I don't know what it will look like if I can still be me once I become part with him. So he's saying that, like, if he becomes part with Durin and balances out the soul, he will become a complete soul, I guess. And again, by the way, what he's saying is absolutely true. Like, I think Albedo is, like, perfectly, like, the perfect person to, like, to be the person that describes this or says this, because he is legitimately, how do I say it? He is someone who also was trying to find himself. And also, I think having Venti here too, to know his place in, like, Mondstadt still after all this stuff that's happened. I think it's a very common theme, which is the idea of trying to find yourself. And I feel like Albedo is the perfect person to talk to about this. Interesting.
比起毫无变化，我希望我的存在比现在更有意义。遏制一条龙，
I mean, yeah.
成为一个人，
He's not wrong in
听
this
起来
sense.
就有意义。所以，请不要为我担心。
Oh, no, I
是我
know.
自己想尝试的。
I know. I just worry about you because you're so cute and stuff. But no, like I know no one's forcing him to do this, especially not Albedo, you know?
把你变成人，听起来非常不简单呢。难怪阿贝多要去参加
It's
魔
crazy.
女会的试炼。
So yeah, oh my god, I didn't even think of it like that. That's why he's getting the Hexenzirkel's approval.
我很感谢他，而且，其实我都不知道我们算是什么关系。阿贝多告诉我，他是白垩之子，人造人。接下来，我也将成为与他相近的存在。
So you'll be just like Albedo then.
这世上只有我们两个这样活着。炼金术创造的，最终能以人之身如此生活下去的，也只有我和他。
If you told me before this, I know again, I don't know. I think I probably would believe people just because Genshin can do some wild stuff that you never suspect. But the idea that, like, we're about, like, there's an idea there's gonna be, like, another synthetic type human like Albedo, not just a doppelganger, an actual synthetic human out here. And it's gonna be Durin, like mini Durin. I didn't even think we were gonna see mini Durin again for a while. I thought maybe, like, we were gonna see him, like, in a fun, like, side event with Vaughn at some point. It's so interesting to me.
如果世界上的生物都以种族来分类，那我就只有这一个
Oh
关
my
联者。
god.
他是不是我唯一的家人呢？
That's a nice way of putting it. I guess it is. Because, like, again, like, you know, you're both, like, have that relation to gold. You don't have the relation to, you know, that creation. Durin is also related to Albedo in that way, too.
会的吧，要相信彼此啊。
Yeah. I love the way she looks at us. She's like, yep, there you go. Because that's how we have as well. Guys, I'm so amazed by this. I'm having, like, such a... I think it's incredible. I think it's incredible.
对了，说到这个，你的朋友阿茂知道你的选择吗？
Exactly. Does Vaughn know about this?
知道。我告诉他我想回到蒙德，履行这个
Oh.
这个责任。他没反对，
Oh my
只是
god.
叫我快点去吧。
That is so Vaughn. You know what I mean? He's not going to stop you. He understands. Vaughn understands what it means to do something that you need to do to, like, move forward. You know what I mean? And he knows. And again, we saw this. He relates to Mini Durin better than, like, even, like, most people can. I would say better than anybody. He does relate to him and how Durin felt at that time. He relates to him so much, and that's why they had that connection. That's why they're brothers, you know? And like him just being like, get a move on is not him just being like, get out of here. It's him like, it's to me, that's Vaughn, a combination of like I support you doing this, whatever you need to do, go ahead and do it. You know, and I trust you. I understand, right? I understand, all in that one line.
我想他应该是支
Yes.
持的，或者阿茂也认为我最终会和阿贝多成为同个种族，我应该回到这里来。
I think Vaughn understands the idea of dispelling evil and moving forward with your life and doing something that, like, can make you feel whole better than anybody.
有些害怕，又很期待。
Totally normal. Totally normal.
能在这时候见到你们真的太好了，放松很多。
No problem.
谢谢。
Mini Durin, anytime. Anytime, any place, anywhere.
我有点紧张，但又不止紧张，还有些期待。这种心情好奇怪，我几乎没怎么拥有过。别担心，我会克服的。我一定会努力保持最好的状态，确保阿贝多的计划成
Little
功。
Spinny does. No, great mentality. Absolutely great mentality. You're fantastic, Mini Duran. You're absolutely fantastic. I don't think I'll ever get a chance to do this again. So if you forgive me for a second, guys, I don't think I'll ever get a chance to do it again. So, we gotta do this. There's no way we can't, right? Not a great angle, but... I love the bit. We should get a better angle, right? Maybe we go behind him like we're supporting him. Like, I'm never gonna get this chance again. Well, like, probably, maybe at some point, but... See, the angle isn't great here, right? Because it's not like a well-lit room or a fantastic area to do this or whatever. Maybe we could do it like they're having a conversation, maybe? Maybe that might be better? Like this? Like something like this? Like, I support you? Up a little bit. Like this? This might be cool. No, don't do that to your brother. Don't do that. Like this? Like they're having a little conversation. And then we can also do one from this angle as well. And then we can get one that's like this as well. See, it's hard as well because like you want it to look good. Oh, maybe like this. That's not a bad angle. That's not a bad angle at all. Wait, that's pretty bad. We don't want that. Now we're gone. Sorry, guys. Everyone's like, Calvin, what are you doing? We could zoom in a little bit, right? Then go up a little bit. To the side. This is family get-together photo. And then, this is family get-together photo. Wait. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Perfect. That's family get-together photo if I ever saw one. Fantastic. Let's switch back to... Sorry, we got sidetracked there, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Where's he said no pickle? There it is. And we can take a look at the photo as well. Wait, it didn't save my photo? This Honkai Star Rail stuff. That's interesting. Usually it would save the photo, no? Oh, we didn't press save. Damn it. Okay, we gotta do it again. I'll be back in a second. Okay. I did it. I forgot you have to actually press save on the thing as well, but now we have like a bunch of photos here. I just wasn't gonna get the chance again, so I want to, and again, there could be a time where we do get a chance again, right? But it's not gonna be for a while. And the photos I got to take then were family photo number 1 and family photo number 2. Come on, show your face, we're taking the photo. That's good, that's good. Okay, so you have to go to the location. Wait. Here? Where's that? Down here in the library? Here? No way. We're just doing this now? Your party configuration cannot be changed with the Hexenzirkel trial. Please choose a suitable party in advance. Recommended elements are water and ice. We should go with the recommended elements, right? Should we go with the recommended elements? Whoa, look at this backdrop. Which means Eula, right? Or Fremi. Should we go with, Eula's team? I'm up for that. Yeah, like if they're giving me a recommendation, 100%. 100%. Eula's emotional support. 100%, that makes sense. Wait, the music. Wait, what the hell? What the hell? This place is so magical. Is that Alice as well? Oh my god, they're floating. This is so freaking pretty. What the hell? This is amazing. And all the little star bits. The floating paintings is such a nice touch. Hello, Alice.
各位随便坐，挑自己喜欢的位置就
That's a
行。
chessboard, right? Look at this group as well.
没有讲究吗？比如不小心坐到了哪位夫人、哪位大人的座位什么的。
Honestly, fair. So fair.
应该没人计较这些。巴巴托斯大人客气啦。
That's really cool. Right? What we took as a joke as well, which is kind of like a little bit of a gag. It's also like, oh yeah, no, thank you for being considerate. We understand you're being considerate.
群怎么不来？今天蒙德发生那么多事，他再走开。
Yeah. No, it makes sense. She's a fantastic leader. That makes perfect sense.
好吧，好吧，还想请那位姑娘喝杯茶呢。
Oh my god. I love that Dajit is so well respected even by the Hexenzirkel as well, you know?
所以，小阿贝多，你想要完成的空前绝后的事是什么呢？我就直说了，我打算杀死龙脊雪山里的魔
Jesus
龙杜
freaking
林。
Christ.
哦，
Yeah, what the freaking hell? And making Mini During a freaking human.
然后我要问魔女会讨一样炼金材料。说说看，我要禁忌海中那只永生不死的魔兽的肉块。
An immortal monster from Mare Javari?
有趣，还学什么？
So I love that it's like there's like a negotiation going on right out here.
还要母亲莱茵多特留下的部分胚胎。
The other, an embryo left by my mother? What the hell? An embryo?
那是他从前制造魔兽的基本原料，残余不多。
Right. Okay. So it's showing Alice's Gold's creation, I guess. This is like making me very nervous now, right? Making me very, very nervous.
龙血、肉块、胚胎，你要这些东西，是想创造生命吗？
Yep. Sorry, guys. I'm just like I was kind of like so like amazed already and like kind of scared. Like I've been nervous about this whole thing already, but now that it's like this negotiation for like what he needs is going on, it's like, oh my god, this is real. This is real.
是的，
Holy hell.
魔龙杜林死后，他的心脏仍在跳动，数百上千年，只要时间够长，他总有复活的一
And he
天。
wants to stop before that day comes.
我常年在雪山考察，非常清楚它的危害。杜林现在复苏程度不到一半，都能对蒙德造成如此大的威胁。如果让他完全复苏，
Yeah.
后果恐怕更
That's a
难
great
控制。
point. It is a fantastic point. The fact that he did all this at half strength.
要断绝杜林的龙血和无穷生命力带来的危险，就必须将它根除。偏偏他又是个死后无法被完全消灭、随时可能再苏醒的特殊个体。解决杜林最好的办法，是将他彻底杀死，并人为复活成其他模
So
样，
that's what they're gonna do with Mini Durin.
不再以原本的形式生存下去，也不再是完全的怪物。我要让他成为类人之物。
Oh, the close up in his eyes as well. This is so much.
夏天的时候，我和可莉去了一处名为西木兰卡
Yep.
的童话世界。您一定还记得，那是魔女们的
It's
地
where we
盘。
met Mini Durin, where Vaughn saved Mini Durin.
当然了，里面还有 M 的孩子，另一位。
Yep. Yep.
原来如此。 在那段旅途中，我知道了一件事：杜林必将复活。我也在那里深受启发，由 M 创造的纯洁之魂，很可能是改变杜林命运并实现我计划的最大变量之一。
I love how Albedo like that day probably started to realize this as well.
从那以后，我想象出一个炼级模型，以西木兰卡的童话之龙作为灵魂，将原本的龙心制成血液。
I love that like all the stuff that he he found out about all this stuff like on that day like led to like all this research he was doing as well, right? So the soul will come from a fairy tale dragon of Shimalanga, the blood of the original dragon's heart.
肉体则用禁忌海魔兽的碎块与母亲留下的胚胎来调配。
The embryo and Mir Javari like
龙毒的腐坏之力与魔兽肉块的疯狂活性会互相抵消，让塑造出的肉体保持在最平衡状
I
态。
mean, you'd have to like trust them, I suppose, in this case as well, I guess. You know? Like, I trust them 100%, but a lot of this stuff is like gonna go like, you know, as non-alchemists, this all just seems like, you know, dark magic. And it is like, you know, human transmutation is dark magic, you know?
腐朽之力与生命力碰撞，催生出极强的
Look
副
at the
作用。
animations.
将之加入炼金实验，成果绝对超乎想象。
And I think it's probably normal for him to be kind of like, you know, interested in this stuff too. It's like, it's a part of alchemy that is like, you know, scary, but the research is probably like crazy interesting.
你说这些事的模样还真有点疯狂，不愧是黄金莱茵多特的孩子
See,
呢。
I understand that he has that probably like the talent that Gold had, but you know what I mean? I just always feel weird because like I don't like Gold that much at all. So like the comparison.
爱丽丝阿姨认为这是不好的事吗？
怎么会呢？我只
Yeah,
觉得你们都很特
That's
别
what I would say.
而且有趣。
That's the comparison I would make is the fact that he has the talent and he's extraordinary, you know?
难怪你要请温迪帮忙提出请求。你所需要的原材料极其珍贵，滥用一小部分
Jesus
都会引发惊人的动乱。要材料可以，但你得通过魔女会的试炼，向我们证明你是力量的主宰者，有资格掌握那
Hexenzirkel's
些。
trial. I am so up for whatever this trial is then.
我明白，我也猜到会有这个场面，所以特地请了旅行者一起过来。
Wait, I'm joining you in this thing? You're not even gonna try and talk to me into this? I mean, I'm so up for it. Like, I'm so not just for helping. The idea of this is just like very, very cool to me. Legitimately.
除了你，没有其他人选。
Thank you. Are you kidding me? Thank you so much.
猜到我们的习俗了，是吗？
爱丽丝阿姨总是喜欢热闹的，也喜欢看朋友互相扶持、一同奋进的戏码。
让亲爱的朋友来陪伴见证你的成。
This is such a nice way of putting it, honestly. It really is.
不过这次小派萌不能去哦。
I don't like leaving Pipeline anywhere, but honestly, like, okay, if she can't fight for this, I don't want her getting hurt either.
什么？我要被迫当逃兵
Yeah,
了
and she
吗
gets upset as well because she is helpful to us. She's so helpful to us. She has like been our like moral support and like physical support as well. Like she's many times, as we said, tried to like wake us up from certain doom.
魔女会的考验有一定难度，而且我刚才已经选好了给
Oh,
这两
calling
位的试炼
Paimon
内
dear
容。
actually means a lot to me for some reason.
只有2个位置呢，人一多就不好办了。
Oh my
我
god.
会原谅阿姨的吧？
好啦好啦，哪有阿姨为这种事跟我撒娇的嘛？服了你了。
And then a smile as well. You can turn off the charm.
真好说话呢。那么准备一下，以桌上棋盘为蓝图，你们随时可以开始哦。
Let's go. Let's go.
愿意和我一起参加试炼吗？
Let's do this. Are you kidding me? I would never like turn my back on
旅
this.
行者，准备好了吗？
Just about.
哦，试试嘟嘟大
Oh
魔
my
王的魔法吧
god.
亲爱的小朋友们。
Nervous and excited. Feeling all those feelings. What? Wait, what? No way, we got shrunk down. This is like a fairy tale. Oh, we landed, of course. Hero landing, of
确
course.
实是魔女会的风格。
This is so... And look at the lighting here as well. This is so fun.
我们变得很
Jesus
像
Christ.
出现在棋盘上了。
Amazing.
你们
Oh, the Paimon's big voice. Thank you, Paimon. The little poofed.
怎么了？
没什么，只是觉得
Yeah.
骗小以后再听派蒙的声音，比平时还响亮。
I always say, if I forget to sync up a video, I generally use Paimon's voice as a way to sync up the videos. I like, because like you can, no matter what, no matter how many times I like turn down my audio on my microphone or turn down the gain on my microphone, Paimon's voice can always be heard. You know what I mean? And I love her for it because that's what she is. She's a loud character, and I adore her. And I love that he gets a kick out of this too.
他总是中气十足，真有
Oh my
精神。
god, yes!
不用担心，我们很快就会
And
回去
Albedo
见到。
notices that she's our best friend, she's our mother, she's everything to us.
小阿贝多很有信心呢。
That's a terrifying voice for Alice here.
爱丽丝阿姨，你居然亲自考验我们。
如此场合，你母亲莱茵多特必须避嫌。那除了我，还有谁能好好的？
Honestly, like, am I right in saying that if it was Alice who was doing this, if it was Alice, if it was Gold who was doing this, I actually might even be more scared in a way. I don't know, maybe I'm, maybe not, maybe you guys feel different about that, but
为了你们二位，我将献上新的戏目，请看，
performance?
战胜他们，向我证明你有足够的
Heck
能
yeah.
力达成目的。如童话书中的勇士般闯过荆棘，夺下胜利吧！
Swashbuckle? I guess it is like a fairy tale itself. She loves stories like this, right? Look at this! Wait, we're fighting the actual chess piece? Do you hear this music? Do you hear this music? Do you hear this music?
创生之法，
No freaking way.
此即诞生之刻，
So freaking good. So freaking good.
绽放吧！
This is incredible. This is incredible. This is oh look, has a like thing. I guess we can't kill these.
此即诞生之刻，
Okay, but it's destroyed its own shield. Oh, maybe we get it to destroy this. Oh, okay. Come over here. Yes, very cool. What a cool mechanic. Wait, swap.
见证伟业吧！
So freaking fun. This music is so amazing.
收起来吧！该行动了。
Might as well get some damage in while we're doing this as well.
诞生之刻，
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. We're not gonna get to use our sword. Wait. What does it do? Oh, it's like...
那才有趣。
That's such a fun mechanic as well.
见证伟业。
We actually have to destroy this this time. It's not just like a thing that's like gonna mechanically disappear after a while. Get that Oz. Oz is a beast for that stuff.
绽放吧！
Man, thank God they told us to use like Eula's actually doing very good with this. Right?
故于此显圣，
I think Eula's doing fantastic. Yeah, it makes sense someone from Mondstadt able to destroy it in the end. Amazing. 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 Look at these two together. Wait.
真不习惯，为什么要用玩具代表自己？
看来不是爱丽丝。
This one doesn't seem like Alice.
恭喜，但还远未结束。接下来将由我提
Wait.
你们新的试炼，
Who's this?
正是世间之物。你将看到常理，
Wait, who's this one?
颠倒世间之物，你则会看到。
This music is incredible. No. This is amazing. Where are we now?
没事吧？
Oh my god, did you just ask if we're okay? That was so cute. Who is this? Look at this cutscene. The animation's so fantastic as well. No, this is amazing. This is incredible. What is... What? Look at these guys. It's like a king and a queen. No. Oh my god.
准备好
I am bubbling. I am going crazy right now. Look at this. With this music as well? What do you see in the other side of the chest for it? In the spirit of a Barbeloth? 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 A small gesture of kindness? You are always so charming, delightful, unlike my own student. She can be so full of herself. Wait, is that? Oh! Oh, Jesus Christ, look at this. Oh my God. Look at these animations. What the hell? What is that? What is that? What the hell? No freaking way. I don't even know who we should go for first. This is insane. And I thought we had, I was like, wow, almost a free ride here with this battle, you know? Feel this ancient power? Oh my freaking God. Oh my freaking God. I'm trying to like, wait, no, we should feed Eula a bit with some sweet madabs. And we can do this. I'm incredibly amazed here. I have to use this. I don't have to, but I want to. Jesus. Continuously trigger frozen to stop. What? Oh. Oh God. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. Oh, we did it! I think we did it. Yes, mechanically, this is so cool. Design-wise, this is so pretty. All of this is so amazing what they've done here with this. Like, they have done such a fantastic job with this. There needs to be like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I was gonna like, there needs to be like an award show for this. There's the king gone as well. Oh my freaking God. When is my great undertaking? You tell him. Holy freaking hell. Oh, the dusting ourselves off? Are you kidding me? I am... I am... When it said Barbeloth, I was like, Barbeloth, I'm in the middle of a battle. Then I was like, oh, it's Mona's master, right? It's Mona's master. And look at the way they depict it as well. And it has like Mona's style as well. That whole sequence, that boss battle, that whole moment that everything came together. Like the build up from the negotiation where we were talking about like, you know, the stuff with like Mayor Javari and like the embryo and all this stuff. To like the chess piece stuff with Alice. Then the change to Barbeloth. To this epic battle with the music, the design of these enemies, the freaking like location we're in. It felt like a magical fairy tale. It really did. Oh my freaking God, that was amazing. That was so incredible. And the way that the two boys work together as well. Why is it every time we have Albedo in a cutscene, it's always like the most cool action scene you've ever seen in your life. And then he asks us if we're okay, like in the cutest way, like very quickly. You okay? Yep. It's so freaking cool. It's so cool. We did it. No, this is insane. This is literally a fight with her aunties. Well, Albedo's aunties. Okay. This is such an... This is 10 out of 10. No. Mona, no. Mona was in the front lines in that battle there, and she was helping out so much, right? We saw her there, right? She was right beside Jean, you know? She was doing so. You should compliment her.
下次再见喽。
No, that's so awesome. The Hexenzirkel is one of the best additions to this game ever. Ever.
真的不管了吗？芭比
Barbie?
啊，巴比洛斯女士来去匆匆，请原谅。她喜欢保持神秘，也
It
不爱
seems
说
so.
自己接
It
下去
seems
要
so.
做什么。
Albedo and Wander, by the way, I haven't talked about it as much before because obviously the story quests we did with Albedo and the events we did with Albedo were so long ago. I think an underrated connection, right? Because I talk about all the time how, but like to me, like one of the best connections in the game, like if you look at it, is to me like Wander and Vaughn, Wander and Navia and characters that I'm not gonna go and name all of them, like Wander and Shao. I'm not gonna name all of them because I feel like there's like connections and there's like the really deep connections. But like if you really think about it, like Albedo and Wander have been through like a lot together, you know what I mean? And it's probably why like they can just give each other a look and understand what each other are thinking almost, you know?
我猜她应该是要去散步了吧，过着非常健康的生活呢。
Okay.
芭
Clear
比
the
肯
mind.
定了你们的胜利，我也一样，恭喜你们！
Look at this. Oh my god.
回到这边来吧。哦，对，要先变回来。
Insane. No, this is one of my, this has to be like top 5 boss battles. Not in terms of like just like mechanically they're freaking awesome, right? I want to make that clear. Design wise and music, like just like breathtaking. Absolutely breathtaking. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, I tell you, 10 out of 10.
辛苦了，很顺利呢。
I mean, Eula did. It was Eula. Thank you, Five giving us a lovely compliment when we come back as well. I absolutely adore her. Amazing stuff. Really amazing. Thank you as well, Paimon.
安全返回，你们辛苦了，休息一会儿吧。
Thank you.
多谢，
Felt pretty good to beat the trial.
稍作休息，等你有空的时候，我们一起去
We're
趟
going
王
to
继雪山。
Dragonspine now.
是要去解决那里的都灵了吧？
Holy hell, is this happening?
事不宜迟，尽早处理比较好。
This is happening.
安全返回，你们辛苦了，休息一会儿吧。
So again, this is one of the things that Genshin does very well. And like it's something that I've always noticed, and it's probably like has influenced. And obviously we're not taking a break now, but you know what I mean. It's influenced a lot of the ways that like I love this game and play this game, right? While like playing, we do some quests all in one go. Like say if there's like an Act 5, usually if Act 5 comes around for like for the final part of an Archon quest in a region. I like to do it all in one go now, right? Because it's just like it's like an event. But Genshin does this thing so well where they do this thing where they say like, hey, take a break, gather yourself, come back and do the other part, right? And they do this all the time. They do it all the time. This is an incredible place. And an incredible fight as well. What they've done with the Hexenzirkel in Genshin is like, and they protected him to the point that like, we get this much, and it's really just like 10 or 15 minutes of like, a little bit of dialogue in a boss battle. And we go away from it like being like, holy crap, that was incredible. They protect the Hexenzirkel to the point that whenever they show up, whenever the Hexenzirkel show up in any form, Alice, Barbalot, anyone, whenever they show up, we instantly are just like, holy freaking hell. And you stop and take notice, right? And it's also interesting that like, it shows how important events really are in Genshin, right? Because if I didn't do the Windbloom event last time, or react to the Windbloom event, or react to the Summer event, I wouldn't have known who Mini Durham was. I wouldn't have known about the Hexenzirkel originally. Like, and yeah, we would have gathered about the Hexenzirkel over time, but the first reveal of the Hexenzirkel was in an event. They really do know how to make those events meaningful, you know? A lot, really, really meaningful. That was incredible. That was so incredible. Going to Dragonspine is scary, but I know that just means that it's also like, we're close to the end of this as well. You know what I mean? I'm not a massive fan of that idea. But we have to do it at some point, you know? We have to do it at some point. We can keep this team for the rest of the battle as well. But then again, I wonder if we're going to, like, Dragonspine, should we, like, maybe... You know what? They carried us. We're going to keep using this team. Because even if we don't have even if the enemy we're fighting is, like, made of ice, we still have the Superconduct, which I like Superconduct a lot, especially with the buff from our boy, Benny. I guess we probably would travel up from over here, but let's see if we can get there from over here. Are we going back to the grave, maybe? Man, Dragonspine also, the way, like, Dragonspine still to this day is, one of the most, like, And I'll say this. I think Genshin protects its places and its scary aspects and its really like epic aspects really well. And when I say protect, I'm coming from the perspective of a wrestling fan, guys. I'm so sorry. Let me try to like just explain really quickly. I don't know if it, like, you guys get it probably because like, if you watch anime or anything or any TV show, but like the idea of protecting someone in wrestling is like making them always like seem like they are formidable, always, right? And if you beat someone too many times in a game, in wrestling, people will start to think that they're no longer protected and they're like really easily defeated. Example of this would be like Goldberg. Goldberg was a wrestler back in the 90s. He was so protected that he went on an undefeated streak. And then they defeated him one time at Starrcade 98. Kevin Nash beat him when a cattle prod hit his chest and he cheated to win. He didn't realize he cheated to win, but he cheated to win. And then after that, Goldberg was never protected again. And all of a sudden he seemed like he's easy beat him. You can beat him now. He's beatable. You know what I mean? And the way I look at Dragonspine is a similar thing where it's like, I still go to Dragonspine and it's still dangerous. You know what I mean? I hear about Dragonspine and it's still terrifying. They have not, throughout this whole game up to this point, they have not once made Dragonspine seem like it's a safe or like that it will be safe. And now we're having this point where we could actually make this place a lot safer. You know, they protected it up to this point. They did. And that's what makes this moment so incredible. And there's nothing wrong, by the way, eventually beating a character. Like in this case, like, you know, they made Durin so scary. And now we're hopefully going to like fix this issue here and make it like a lot more safe for people and make this, you know, make sure he doesn't resurrect completely, right? And that's what you do with the story. And again, in wrestling, you can beat someone, but like the way they did it with Goldberg was silly, right? They built it up in an improper way. And I know I'm using wrestling here. They built it up in an improper way. They beat him with a cattle prod. When in reality, who should have beaten Goldberg after an undefeated streak, right? As someone in a story. It should have made sense. Who's going to be the one to try and stop the resurrection of Durin? Albedo. And that makes perfect sense, right? And it still makes Dragonspine scary. It still makes Durin scary. But within the story, it makes perfect sense that they're going towards this moment, right? I'm sorry to use wrestling as an analogy, guys, but yeah, it's just how I feel, and I think it's incredible what they've done here with this stuff. I really do. Is that Albedo's camp? Yeah. Here? Or down below?
会缓和一些，心情可能也会变好。想要更强的效果，可以找点热源。
Yeah, oh my god. You see what I mean? You lock eyes on this stuff and it's like, what the hell? Sorry, Paimon, I have to get to work now? Mm-hmm. Terrifying. Are we fighting off some creatures? Is that's what's gonna happen? Albedo. Is he actually doing it right now? You may. I love that it's the very, very simple answer of you may. Such an interesting question, right? Such an interesting question.
从炼金学的意义上说，我和他都是人造品，但从生物角度来说，我们毫无关系，绝非同类。
There we go. And I guess, like, you know, for all this time, like, I've been calling them brothers, I guess, as well. But I guess, like, to Albedo, he doesn't see it that way at all.
比起喜欢与否，不如说，我现在也是人类的一种，而世上各种生命存在形式
Oh my god.
都有独特之处。
This means so much to Albedo to be like, I belong to the class of humans, right? Not because he's like shunning any other like synthetic life forms, like the idea, oh, he's the only synthetic life form, right? But like shunning like dragons or anything like that. It's like, this is where he belongs, and this event has proven that. This quest has proven that.
我正是我这个品类里最特殊的一个，特殊在稀少。不过等我的炼金术成功， 就会增加一位
Right.
同类了。
I love hearing this from Albedo. I love hearing how he feels.
小杜林应该告诉你们了，他想取代魔龙杜林。我们聊过之后，他也对成为人很感兴趣。
Wow.
很有趣的是，也极富挑战。我理解他的选择。
Do you see this as an act of creation?
这次行动广义来说，关乎着过去与未来，对许多人都很重要。执行计划的首要意义就在于此。
So, understood in the broadest sense, this project deals with the past and the future, and stands to profoundly impact many lives. That primarily is what makes it worthwhile. So he's saying that yes, this is something that probably you shouldn't do, but this in the future will make everything worthwhile.
让小杜林成为他所向往的样子，则是这个计划的次要
Oh,
意义。
exactly. He's like, yeah, it's not the main focus of this, but like, it's also great for him too.
至于我个人的动机，撇除以上两点之后，就没什么大义可言了。
Having this
不过是一些
conversation while he's
小小的
doing all
兴
this
趣。
too.
非要说的话，在我看来，培育不可能达成的生命，
Amazing.
也是在培育这个世界，让生命以更完美的形式诞生，也可以说是在改善世界。
Whatever aids life in attaining a greater level of perfection improves the world by doing so?
没有该与不该，只
Look
是
at
想与不
this.
想。炼金术士的目标是读懂并理解各种知识，我一直行走在这条路上。
So he's saying that like it's not a matter of like, hey, should we do this or do I want to do this? It's this is the path I chose. I chose alchemy.
当然，这件事不会被视为实验，因为在与蒙德有关的事情上，
Oh,
我还是西风骑士团的一员。
that means so much to me. He's like, hey, like it's not just the alchemy. It's like I am a knight of Avonius.
这个回答让你满意吗？
Well enough, thank you. Incredible stuff there as well. Incredible stuff. Like all the stuff he said here as well. Like not only the idea of like you know why he's doing this or why he wants to do this, but also the idea of like how this will help people in the future. How he sees himself as more human than he sees himself as a dragon. How like while this is like something you probably shouldn't do, the idea of like human transmutation in a way or creation, he still sees the benefit as bigger than it is the downside. And not only that, it's like he's like I don't even like. It's not something I want to do because I'm like, you know, I wish to do it. It's not something that like I see as like I have to do this. The path I chose is alchemy mixed with being a knight of Avonius. I am an alchemist who is a knight of Avonius who is human. Those three things is what pushes Albedo forward to do this type of stuff. Human, alchemist, knight of Avonius. Those three things motivate him to do this. Incredible. And what a knight of Avonius he is, and what a human he is, and what an alchemist he is.
好了，
Finished.
金色的力量将龙的心脏禁锢起来了。
Wow, holy crap.
整颗心脏太大，不需要这么多。我取走最为核心的部分。从今往后，这颗心脏会彻底失去活性。这一次，杜林的这部分肉体，或许能真的死去吧。
This is such a big moment, right? This is such a huge moment. This has been a thing that has been a part of Genshin for so long.
啊，这么一说，城里那个贾赫塔怎么样了？还有那些被影响的人。
骑士团会看管他们。在我看来，彻底驱除他们身上的影响，与创造新生的杜林是同一件事。有了这个，我就能完成炼成阵，处理那些棘手问题。
Okay. The trust is there for him to... We're returning to Mondstadt just now. We're returning to Mondstadt. Holy hell, man. Something that has been a part of this game for so long, you know? For so long. It's insane to me. It's insane to me how like I've gotten to the... Oh, we're going here? How we've gotten to this point. They don't forget stuff in Genshin. They don't. It just takes some time to get back to it, you know what I mean?
说完
That's why you can never judge. You can never judge a quest based on its own quest anymore. You know what I mean? And you can't because everything's like connected. And eventually it's like, yeah, oh, well, like 3 years ago, it took 3 years. Yeah, this is a world. This place we're now, called Tivat, is a world. The world keeps turning when we stop doing a quest. When we're in Natlan, this world keeps turning. When we're in Mondstadt, something's happening in Natlan right now. And Genshin wants to make that clear. Just because we finished a quest doesn't mean the story is finished and doesn't mean that the whole story around that is finished. And they've done that so many times where they bring back a character or bring back a story or bring back up something before. And even recently, they're still having like the Raiden Shogun try to like make amends for the stuff she did in the past. In Malvika's story quest, they still are adding to her character story and the story of the first Pyro Archon. They're still all doing that. It doesn't end with the end of a quest. When that gold writing comes up on the screen completed, that's not the end, you know? That's just a formality. It's amazing. It's amazing.
今天就先到这里吧，感谢你们的陪伴。
You sure?
别客气，我们也算是开眼界了。
风花节期间，蒙德还是很好玩的，去逛逛，挑自己喜欢的东
Oh
西。
my god, and thinking about us as well. Our buddy.
对啊，不知道今年的风花节之星会是谁呢？
The Wind Blue Sire is gonna be.
我们最近都在忙这些，到底谁会去城里打工呢？
Who will be free?
到风花节庆典那天就知道了。
So we're gonna still get some Wind Bloom festivities? Maybe? Possibly? Wait until 2 days later, okay. Yeah, no. Genshin is my love. I love it so freaking much. It still amazes me so much. It's still my top 5 favorite games, will be forever. And you know what's so incredible to me? Like, not only was I excited to do this quest to go back to Mondstadt, seeing that event that's in Fontaine. Holy hell. Seeing the freaking story quest that's probably gonna be in Fontaine as well. Or even if it's not in Fontaine, there's a Fontainian character meeting as well. All this stuff means so freaking much to me. It means so much to me. I'm so happy.
风花节庆典快要开始了，
Yes. Let's go. Tivi, hello. How are you? Get out of here. What's wrong? This story's too serious for you to be doing your little voices, Calvin. Actually, kind of correct this time to me, in fairness. Let's keep going. Here we go, back into the Windbloom. I do like that this is a nice compromise for this, by the way. I do like that. That you can, like, go in and out of the world like that. It's a nice compromise.
如各位所知，今年风花节期间，我们大家万众一心，
Right.
携手击退了试图入侵蒙德城的敌
Look at the
人。
way this is decorated, and Venti standing over a statue of himself is crazy, you know?
而本年度的风花节之星，正是本次行动的杰出贡献者。
Alright.
他看起来并不强壮，却也读得懂战斗的关键。他擅长抚慰人心，用他的
No.
办法很好的支援了大家。
No. Is it Venti?
让我们把掌声
Yes.
献给今年的风花节之星，吟游诗人
Yeah,
温迪。
Venti. And everyone's cheering as well. That's so cool.
不会吧？真的要选我吗？
Venti, you literally turned the tide of the battle completely.
为什么不呢？温迪很适合这个位置。
Did Paimon say who's not working right now that could do this?
好吧，那我会大摇大摆走进酒吧。
Yes, it does.
要求酒保
Yes.
给我提供免费酒水。
Yes, it does.
相信他们不会拒绝风花节之星的要求。你完全可以端着酒杯说上几句感言。
She's like, I know you, Venti. Take a sip.
既然如此，那我的
No.
获选感言就用这首曲子
Are
来
you
代替吧。
serious?
各位，最好的吟游诗人要开始他的表演啦！
Are we actually getting a song?
听好了。
No. 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 I have chills. Oh my god. I don't want to leave. There's our boy Albedo. What an incredible moment. Wait.
我在此行使形成之助导。
Prayerful. Is he doing it? No, he's doing it right now. He's actually doing it right now. Oh my god, Albedo. Did Jean intentionally gather everyone in one place?
便在的地。
Look at this man. Look at this man. Oh my god, look at the three of them together. They're talking about each other, chatting. Oh, you as well. I can't. Look at them all together. Look at them all.
穿越第18世界。
Oh, look at this. Clay. Dahlia. And Rosario. Oh my god, they're the rivals. Oh my freaking god.
令已形成的灵魂降入尘世，
No, my god, he's actually doing it. He's doing it right now.
将腐殖擢升为神圣的
What a
血
power. Albedo's power.
现与诸显，请观我伟业。
Not with a click of a finger. Look at Mondstadt. Oh my god. Stop. No. Has it happened? As Venti's played this song, Albedo might be the most powerful being who ever existed. Amazing. Holy hell.
还不错吧？
Stop. What? What? That's Mini Jordan? Oh my god. No freaking way.
阿贝多，计划还顺利
How did everything go? What do you mean? Okay, first of all, guys, I'm sorry. First of all, I want to look back over this in the end again. So we're gonna look at that cutscene again, just to get. I want to, because everyone was in like so many different places there. We just got a glimpse of what Mini Jordan looked like. Albedo is scary. How powerful he is, like insanely powerful. Did you see the freaking ability that he was able to do there? Like through the whole of Mondstadt, and everyone was like taking notice as well. Holy freaking hell, guys! I am like sweating. I am sweating buckets. And he was able to do this with me. Okay, we need to see. Albedo, how did everything go?
很顺利，目标都达成了。
I need to see Mini Jordan right now.
真的？那小杜林他现在
He looked like he had a sick design as well.
是的，不过刚形成的肉体还没能完
Okay,
全稳
okay, I'll be patient.
给他一点时间吧。
Incredible work. Albedo is terrifyingly powerful and good at alchemy.
我就不推辞了。确实做了件大事。
I mean, this whole thing was remarkable. This whole freaking plan.
哎，现在心情如何呀？
完成了想做的事，也达成了目标，很不错
That。has to feel amazing. That has to feel so amazing.
他如果看到，应该也会有些不一样的表情。
Oh, gold?
我的老师和母亲。
So he's saying that, like, gold would have been like, gold probably wasn't very, didn't give out a lot of praise. So probably he would have gotten praise in this
很
situation.
久以前，他将我送到蒙德，告诉我，我必须完成一个非常重大的课题，寻找世界的真相。
So, yeah, to find the truth of the world.
我花了点时间来确认我的猜想，结果也不出所料，世界的真相
Stop. Look at them
找到
eating
生活。
together. So finding the truth of the world in his eyes now is actually means the idea of finding a life. And now they're showing pictures of
找到
Mondstadt.
生活对许多人来说毫无难度，但对我这样的个体，
Right.
意味着太多事。认识自己，认识世界，理解自己，
Oh my god.
理解他人。
Yeah. And this was your true task.
在我与世界之间，还存在着生活。如果是一个真正的人，必定要拥有它。
I think after this quest, they did such a good job of showing how he is a part of Mondstadt and how they see him like
对
that.
人造人来说，只要找到生活，某种程度上就
Amazing.
可以被认定为找到了真相。
Like, what a way to put it. And what a character to do this as well and to find this out as well.
原来是这个意思吗？ 难怪那些雪山的魔物也想过取代你，或者是闯到蒙德城
A
里。
jealousy, right? A jealousy that he was like almost becoming like this like perfect, not perfect. That's a wrong way to put it. He was becoming a life form, right?
拥有生命，有时候只是活着；拥有生活，才是真正成为了人。
This is interesting to me.
他想告诉我
Yes.
的，应该就是这个。
Anyone can be alive. It's the progress. It's like the thing that happens when you're born, right? But to be truly human is the connections that he's made, is the people that he's met, is the people that accept him. There's no doubt in my mind that they made a quest this time around where everyone accepts him for who he is. And it shows that he is truly living a life. Oh my god.
不过，这次的事给了我新的启发。
Right. What's the new inspiration?
成为人仅仅是开端，身为人类该做出怎样的选择，
Right.
以及人类世界的家庭将面临怎样的亲属关系。
This is where we hug.
对大部分人来说，也许前几天发生的一切只代表惊悚和诡异，
Stop.
但对我来说，这就是家庭生活的一部分。
Protecting monsters is just a part of my family
我
life.
和我的兄弟恐怕再也无法随心所欲了。他会像我一样真正走入世界，受着约束人的一切约束而活。
So it's interesting. He says like he will have to step into the world and face the same constraints as everyone. So he's talking about Durin, mini Durin again as well, and like it's so interesting to me. He says this because like, he's saying that now if he is talking about mini Durin, like is he saying like hey, now you're gonna have to deal with all the things that life comes with. You're not just gonna be like and again he went through a lot. But life does come with like those constraints. It does come like with those restrictions and that idea of like having to like make people understand you, to like navigating through life can be difficult, right? And I think we can all understand that the idea of navigating through life is difficult as f. The idea of like having to like social stuff and work stuff like and tasks and time management, all that stuff is so difficult.
你们家还真奇特呢。
Yeah, we're all family. Mod said family.
首先，我们的母亲就够奇特了。
Surely.
世界上总是有各种各样的家园，有的人家扎根在小店铺里，有的人家扎根在农庄里，而我们家大概是扎根在花圃里吧。
Wow.
现在，我也是园丁了。
I suppose we tend to flower beds, and now I'm a gardener too. That's one way to put it. As you feel like you've gained some experience with this. Is he saying that the idea of like life and the relationships that you make is like a blooming flower, right? Maybe? And like the idea of like, or no. Sure, didn't he make that flower appear before? Right? Yeah. Like it was from his quest.
老师没有直接出面，但魔女会的各位知道，就代表他也知道我所做的一切。他首肯了。
So he's seeing like, okay, like Gold gave me look at his face as well, how soft it is. He's like, I gotta prove it from my mom.
看起来，吞噬纳贝里氏之后，他总算获得了片刻宁静。
Wait, what?
如果是这样，我由衷的为他高兴。他也不是生来就如此疯狂的。
Right, because he's probably saw her in a different light, I guess, as well. Compared to like the way we probably perceive her, I guess, also.
吞噬纳贝里氏。
Yeah, I was wondering about that as well.
是生之执政的名字。
Yeah, what the hell? What's like the ruler of life?
这件事，还是前不久爱丽丝阿姨告诉我的。
What?
说实话，我不惊讶，老师迟早会那么做。
Okay, but can we go back to what?
关于生之执政，我所知道的也只有，纳贝里氏也并未完全消失，而是与老师
What?
融为了一体。
Gold is one with the ruler of life?
这一次非常感谢你们的帮助，也感谢你们在那
Wait,
样的
no, we
困
can
境
talk
中
more about
还能
this.
选择与我并肩。
Right? We could talk more about this. Cause like I was like Imperius. What else? Like, cause we have the ruler of death, right? Renova. So there's also a ruler of right? That means we also have a ruler of life as well. But the ruler of life was devoured by gold? I'm sorry, like, no. I'm sorry, I'm just so sidetracked, Albedo, but yeah, no, 100%, you're welcome, 100%, we would do it in a heartbeat once again.
应该的啦，我们是朋友嘛。
I took the words right out of my mouth, 100%, this is, what?
听你们这么说，我的心情又好了一些。
The ruler of life?
稍后向秦团长汇报时，我会把这份愉快分享给他。
Oh my god, don't worry about it. But yeah.
你要去骑士团总部了吗？加油汇报。
The report. Did you see how she said this? Wait, hear it.
你要去骑士团总部了吗？加油汇报哦。
Yo, she's so cute.
我先告辞了。
On the wave as well, the traditional Paimon wave.
这次真是参加了一场大事呢，而且还是风花节期
Yeah.
间，
I mean, we just got dropped probably like the craziest piece of lore. I guess, you know, here's the truth. We're not going to get it explained to us for another, like, 7 Archon quests and 2 events. So you might as well, like, you know, we'll talk about it a bit, but, like...
哦，对了，既然风花节之星都选出来了，那今年的风之花是什么呀？
What is this year's Wimbledon going to be?
你觉得会是什么？
Want to take a guess? Oh my god, Venti.
温迪，嘿，你忙完啦？
我特地赶来分享风之花的消息。塞西利亚花，如何？
I'm sorry, I'm still kind of like, what do you think of Cecilia? It's quite fitting. I like it. Sorry, I'm just a little bit like shook about the whole ruler of life thing still. Like, I don't know. I like it. I like it.
浪子的真情，充满情感的词藻，正如这个季节的风。
We'll take it. And I guess with the prodigal son as well, I guess what you get with that with Albedo as well. What a beautiful, beautiful, you know, beautiful time.
旅行者，伸出手来。
Yes.
阿贝多和你顺利通过了魔女会的试炼，魔女们很高兴。
Are you
阿贝多
serious?
得到了他想要的，
Why?
你也该拥有一份礼物。魔女送给你的礼物，里面藏着绝无仅有的秘密。
Oh my
别急着窥探
god, more
时机恰当
secrets,
时
more
它自然
secrets.
会打开。
听起来好神秘哦，是他们会做的事呢。
I am done. I am done.
送礼人说，除了你，别人或许无法驾驭这些小玩意儿，你就心安理得收下吧。
All right, thanks.
不用客气，毕竟我也只是个跑腿的。从这点来说，风花节期间
You deserve a reward as well, but what is this thing we received?
温迪做的很好哦，要不然
Oh my
我们
god.
请你喝酒吧。
For Paimon to say this is a big deal.
真的，说到做到，不许放我鸽子啊！
真的真的，等会儿就去酒馆吧。
We're going to the tavern with
太
Venti.
感谢了，我现在高兴的可以飞起来呢！啊，这个节日太适合我了。
Venti.
再也没有值得歌颂的爱了。山谷
Gorgeous.
之间，仅于灾难的叙事。
So when there's nothing to sing about, the world feels empty.
谁愿迎接如此命运？拯救的勇士尚未来到吗？终有人窥得奥妙之心，如捕获风中纷飞的芬芳。
Is this about? Do you think this is about Albedo?
由此，他方能挥去不灭的感伤，踏向沉
Oh
默
my
的
god,
辉
look at
光。
this. Oh no, 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 I do not want this to end. I did not want this to end whatsoever. Are they gonna take away the decorations right away? The gardener. They took away the decorations right away. You telling me that Eula and all are gonna be sitting down here having a bit of a they took away the decorations. One of the best Archon quests ever, and one of the most incredible times ever, like legitimately so. A lot happened. a lot happened, but in the end there we got this idea of like the ruler of life, which would be in line with like Renova, right? Am I wrong? Like, I know I'm not wrong. There's no way, like, there has to be related to that in some way case as well, but like Gold was able to devour it. Like, can I look back on this clip here and see, did we even get a glimpse of what was handed to us here? But I'll look at actually, like, because I'm actually gonna like go away and come back and talk about all this. But I'm gonna give my opinions on, like, on the quality of this first, just so, because while we're just like right here and like we have the energy still. This was an incredible time, an incredibly emotional Archon quest, and I really found that like what we got here was not only a love letter to Mondstadt, but like a real cool showcase of all the characters that we love dearly once again, and meeting them again and getting to talk to them again was such a fantastic experience for me, and I'm sure you guys like loved it too. I heard you guys loved it as well. From the comments last time, everyone was saying how much they really adored it. Like, we had moments here that were like started off shocking with the trial, to like absolutely incredibly like incredible and revealing when the trial was over, terrifying when we heard about the doppelgangers, and then like this time around, after the big gigantic amazing incredible epic battle, we had one of the most like epic cutscenes ever to end this quest, with like a very like incredible reveal of like what mini Durin possibly looks like, which again, like I could probably actually, yep, we can go back and look at it if you want as well. Look at the reveal, I should say, not it. Durin's not an it. Durin is a human now, and dragons aren't an it either. But like all of this was like really like one moment after the other. Like it was just so well written, so incredible. The way that they did like the emotions of this quest as well really was awesome too. Like even like the stuff with like how Albedo, like, you know, reaffirming like how he felt like he was more of a human than like a synthetic being at this point as well. They did that so perfectly with this quest by showing that everyone in Mondstadt accepts him, respects him, and thinks he's amazing. Even with this reveal, the Knights of Favonius still see him as that one person, and him also saying like the idea that like, I am a Knight of Favonius, an alchemist, and a human, and I am all these things. All this stuff motivates me to want to like keep going, to want to move forward, to want to do this thing for the people of Mondstadt, while also doing things like that are like, you know, for it's not just alchemical research, it's the idea of like, I am on this path and I have to move forward with this path. Yeah, we're going to like basically come back in a minute because I also have to like set up watching some of the clips from before. I love this quest. I love the emotions of this quest. I love talking to people this quest. I loved everything about this quest. Like, this was incredible. And I think all of you guys like would agree as well. We're going to come back in a moment and talk about everything in more detail. But I thought this was such a beautiful, life-affirming quest for Albedo. The idea that, like, in the end, his journey was to find out what life was, the struggles of life, not just find out what it means to live life, not just what it means to be living, but what it means to be living, right? Not just what it means to be alive, because you can be alive, but to live is a totally different story. And Albedo showed that through this entire quest here. Not only with his relationship with the people of Knights of Favonius, his relationship with us, his want to do good for Mondstadt, and his want to like form these relationships and bonds, and all these people worried about him so much and cared about him so much, and it shows the bonds that he made in this quest as well. Okay, of course we're not done here. I actually spent like about 10 minutes writing down like all the stuff for this episode, and the reason I wrote it down is just because this was a lot. And usually I just do it off the top of my head, but like I feel like this time around, like I wanted to like formulate my thoughts and also like look back into Renova to make sure I was refreshed on all that stuff as well. And of course I'm gonna miss stuff. But I think it's a good idea sometimes, especially when there's some really heavy stuff, to be able to do this as well. Sometimes we'll still do it off the head, but like I feel like you know, I want to make sure I don't miss out, and I will miss out on stuff still. Let's have Forzing Show just stand here maybe as we talk about this. So like, first of all, this whole quest, like the direction of this quest, and I said it before, the direction of this quest is absolutely incredible, from the court case to the actual battle itself. The different shots, they did such a good job with like doing all the different shots and the music intertwined with it as well. The use of the cast in Mondstadt as well, it was so good seeing all these characters. I absolutely freaking adored it. Like, it actually meant like so much seeing everyone together as well. Like the feeling we got as we were doing that battle, right? The feeling we got as we were doing that battle was absolutely intense. Like, it was so intense. And I really like felt that like with this type of battle, it makes you feel absolutely terrified, but then like gives you like this hope that you're fighting alongside this amazing cast of characters as well. It also made it feel very urgent, but it also made you realize like how capable the Knights of Livonius are. Because sometimes you can forget because it's like, oh, Mondstadt, sweet place, we love Mondstadt. This place will be fighting battles, will be doing all this crazy stuff, and we have Jean to lead the fight as well. And everyone in the city was so active, it's working so hard. It was so fun to see. This really is like a home for these people, you know? It's a home for us as well. And to see people fighting so hard for this meant the absolute world to me. The Hexenzirkel stuff is always scary. It's always terrifying. Seeing these trials that they can set up and this relationship between the Hexenzirkel and Mondstadt. Once again, the Ventia set up also with Varka as well. I always like absolutely adore seeing all this stuff. It means so much to me just because like we see a lot in Genshin, and for stuff to like still... This is how it shows how good Genshin is to me. For stuff still to terrify me and scare me, to show us how good the writing is and how well they built up the stuff in this game as well. Even having like... you know, this amazing set piece, right? It looked incredible. The music, the place itself, the boss battle, like all this was absolutely insane. And like I was not only in love with like the battle like on a visual level, but like the gameplay was super fun too. But it also shows how powerful once again the Hexenzirkel really are. Also having Alice and Barbeloth have so much respect for Albedo as well was so sweet also. Because like I think like, you know, she likes to play with like Mona a lot as well. Mona's very powerful also. But, like, it really does feel like, you know, hey, your mother's gone, we're the ones taking care of you in a way. And they have so much, like, respect and love for Albedo. And that, like, that meant the world to me. It really did. And it probably meant a lot to Albedo, too, because he definitely, like, thinks about that quite a bit as well. I think they present the Hexenzirkel so well. I think they always present the Hexenzirkel so well to the point that, like, it's never a hair out of place. It's always so incredible. And in this case, they were able to give Albedo the means to be able to, and the permission almost, to do this type of alchemy. And it's not, I don't know if they would have given it to anyone else. I don't know if they would have. I don't think it's a trial that you have to show that you can do this, but like in reality, like I think Albedo is the person that can do this and is probably the one they would trust to do this because they know he doesn't have those ulterior motives. Like he genuinely like cares in a way that like does make him very human. And we're going to talk about that obviously as well. Also, I think they built the Hexenzirkel stuff so well, and I love how every time Alice shows up, like, it's, like, one of the most important things in the world. Yeah, the stuff with Renova, right? Renova obviously cursed the 5 sinners. Gold is one of the 5 sinners, which makes it interesting to me that, like, I mentioned Renova because of the stuff with, what's it called, Nadurius? But the fact that, like, they're the ruler of life and the ruler of death is Renova. And if Renova was able to curse all the Codrians, you know, destroy the 5 sinners. And again, the rule of death doesn't just mean bad, right? Since Gold is a sinner, then Gold also ate the ruler of life. Did they probably learn of this maybe from Renova, what they could do here? But like, does that, if it means, and again, I don't know what this means. If Gold is one with the ruler of life, and Renova is able to make these deals with Shablanka about like giving people the ability to become the Archon, what would Gold be able to do, right? And you know, Albedo says they're still around, right? What is Gold able to do now if they have that power, if they have that ability to devour the ruler of life? Like what? Like that's terrifying to me. Like even thinking about what they'd be able to do with that stuff. Like it's actually kind of worrying in a way too. If a deal with death was made and that's surrounded by death, remember the death they made. Like if all the Archons will eventually have to like, and it was made with you know, Mavika as well, right? Like you know, if I win this battle by using this power, I will die in the end. Obviously, we're able to circumvent that with El Capitano, who was able to make that paradox and stuff like this. But I wonder if Gold is able to make a deal with life, or if they were able to make a deal to do with life. The idea of like, I don't know. It sounds. I know it's not always just like this one like opposites and parallels and stuff like this, but it could be this thing where like if you're able to make a deal with death, with the ruler of death, are you able to make a deal to do with life with the ruler of life? And I don't know what that would look like, but it's interesting to me that like this is not over. They've added another mystery to this game, and it's just once again an incredible thing, because I'm trying to think like what could that mean? What could it mean that Gold now has like devoured the ruler of life? And we know the idea of like devouring from Durin as well, like the ability to gain their intelligence, gain a modicum of their power and things like this. Is there an ability to like? Again, I'm only thinking of way like if the Renova is able to curse the Conrians in that way. Was it Nadarius? is Naderi is able to bring new life to things, birth new life, create new things. And I wondered if Gold is interested in that because Gold is interested in the idea of creation and alchemy and the idea of like creating something from something. I wonder if like they want to like maybe create something with that power. I don't know. I have no idea, but it's very interesting hearing about this. It's terrifying hearing about this. But we do know once again that like it is something that maybe is outside the heavenly principles as well. Or at least like they you know, Renova didn't want the heavenly principles to know what they were doing. Yeah, very interesting stuff as well. With Mini Durin, we got to see Mini Durin here, and actually like we might be able to get a picture of Mini Durin here as we're talking about this. I have like bullet points written beside me of what I want to talk about. Because this is a lot in this episode as well. Let's see if we can get up this as well here. Because we're gonna be looking at the cutscene as well altogether. But I want to just make sure we get a shot of Mini Durin here again. No, this is before this and after this, right? Here we go. Whereabouts is it here? I think it's just before this, right? There it is. Okay, here it is. I'll have to mute this because I'm probably like shouting like crazy here. Yeah, it's like such an interesting design to me. This is probably the best shot we're gonna get here. Obviously, like the poor thing is butt naked here because they just like, you know, they don't have any clothes, but like they still have the wings, they still have the horns. Which honestly I think is very interesting, right? And like he said, it's going to take some time to really react to like, you know, fully, I guess, become what they're supposed to be. And I wonder if the horns will like dissipate. Even if they don't, I think it's a cool design. I think it's a really cool design, which means there is potential in the future to have Durin on the banner, right? And be a character. There's potential for that as well. Yeah, but like, I love the idea of Albedo and Durin in here because the idea of becoming human. I love the idea of why becoming human, what it means to them. You know what I mean? It's not just the idea of like I want to like have all the human luxuries and stuff like this because it's not all luxury. There's as we're saying, there's restrictions, there's pain, there's, you know, struggles. There's all this stuff that comes with becoming human as well. And like becoming human is only like part of that, right? It's only just a part of like what that means because like because Albedo is the first synthetic human, the second synthetic human is now Durin. So now we have this thing where Durin's going to have to like go through what Albedo went through, which is like forming bonds, forming relationships. Weird thing to say, probably getting a job, you know what I mean? And finding a calling, finding something that they want to do with their life. All that stuff can be very hard and difficult, and it's part of becoming human. Because as Albedo was saying, the idea of being alive is one thing. The idea of living is an entirely different thing altogether. And he was saying that like he doesn't see like the other Durin like that had the heart there as family, which is also interesting to me too. But like I think refers to him as this Durin as his brother as well. Like there's another thing he said there that was like I see a different side of Gold. While we like put like down Gold quite a bit, we have to look at it from the perspective of Albedo, who wants their approval, who clearly like sees that this would be amazing to have their approval. And in this case, it's like the idea that like I knew them in a different way. I knew them in a different way. I knew her in a different way. And he's like hoping, I hope if he clearly means he's like, okay, she gave her approval for this. That means she's probably would give me like a pat in the back in a way too, which is kind of sad to think about that. That's what he's like he wants, but I guess that makes sense at the same time too. And I think from Durin's perspective, like the Durin heart perspective, he was probably very jealous of the idea. And I think that's what Albedo was saying. Like the fact that like I'm alive is not the thing he's jealous of. It's the fact that I've developed a life, that I am in a way a more developed living being than what Durin was, but on the mountain. I have gained bonds. I've made friends. There's people that love me. There's people that absolutely adore me. And we saw that through this quest. There was this idea that like, you know, and we saw it kind of early on. They were kind of like, we said it just in passing, but not knowing what the actual story was, because it just made sense because the writing is so good in this quest. Albedo is a character who is loved and adored by the people of Mondstadt. And all this time he was keeping this secret from the people of Mondstadt. And he finally was able to reveal the secret. And in revealing the secret to the people of Mondstadt, they accepted him, they trusted him, and they helped him out, and they devised this plan with him. And he's, you know, calling us how close we are as friends, how good relationship we have with each other. You know, everyone's like looking at what he was doing there at the end of how powerful he is, because he's so powerful. He is so, like, it's one of those situations, like, and we talked about it before in Genshin, where like you forget how powerful some characters are, and in this case, like, he was even more powerful than I even remembered. And you're just like, because like, it's been a long time since he did the Albedo quest, and he was powerful in that too, but now it's just like, holy hell, like, what can he do? Like, he is incredible. And I thought it was such an amazing moment, like, you know, this experiment he was doing, this I don't know what you call it, like a transmutation he was doing. But I just love that they showed that he is truly living based on how Sucro sees him, Jean sees him, all the people of Mondstadt see him, how we see him. It's not just how he's perceived, but how like he interacts with us. How he has a job at the Knights of Livonius where he takes that very seriously. How he feels like he is like indebted to Mondstadt and really wants to help Mondstadt. Those are all the things that make him human. And his true goal is not to his true goal to figure out life was not like this like underhanded secret evil thing to him anymore in his mind, because we thought that for a while. There was theories, right, as well, but it's like, what, why was he sent to Mondstadt for this? It's actually the idea that like, find out what it means to live, and that's absolutely incredible to me, so incredible to me. Venti, like, once again as well, like protecting Mond, like, Jesus Christ, he does it every time in like this hour of need. And like, he's so funny. Like, he cares so much about this, but he's so funny and so witty, and it was so fantastic to see him as well. And like the introduction of Dahlia as well as his like kind of like middleman, I guess, that like is kind of his like assistant or like right hand man, is so fun as well. And Dahlia is like an interesting character too. Hope we get like a quest with them, maybe another event with them. That'd be really cool too, to really develop their character and kind of like progress that also at the same time. The love that like Jean has showed for Venti as well, and it means the world to me too. The idea that like he was given like this honor at this parade, at this event, is so fantastic, and he deserves it too. And Venti is a character that like goes unnoticed quite a bit, because the other Archons have like had such like, in their own quest, the own Archon quest, have had like such like crazy deep stories. But Venti, he may be funny, he may be drunk sometimes, but he is like a very deep character who does care quite a bit. He's just very funny. He's just so funny. And he handed us this item, no idea what it is. I wish our character would have been like, hey, look at this, and showed it to the camera. I tried to look back and see if I could see it. I couldn't. But that's going to be another interesting part of the mystery as well. Like all of this parts of these mysteries also. This was an incredible quest. It was an absolutely incredible quest. I don't know the full idea of what's going to be happening here. I don't know what the idea of like, we know the idea of a devouring means like absorbing like some ideals from them or some memories or some thoughts from them, and I wonder where that's going to go as well. This whole thing was well directed. The music was incredible. The boss battles were amazing. This is like this has to be like, in my opinion, like a top 3 quest of all time, right, in Genshin. Now, I don't want to say top, like my favorite, because I feel like, the energy is still there, and I think I'll talk about it maybe down the line when I do like my top. I want to do a video, top 10 favorite Archon quests, or even just top 10 favorite quests in Genshin, and this would definitely be up there. It's absolutely incredible in all aspects. I never doubted Genshin for a second, though. I really didn't. I never did. It's not like I'm surprised at how amazing it is. It just always like blows me away just how incredible they do this stuff as well. Before we like move on to like look at the other clips as well, I want to look through this cutscene as well, because there's loads of different clips of characters like doing different things. Oh, I should say as well, I also think it's amazing as well with Durin, the idea that Durin was like, that Vaughn gave him like not permission to move forward, but gave him this idea that like you do you, because Vaughn knows better than anyone what it means to like go on a journey and find your true path for your true self, and being so supportive in like a very Vaughn way, which is like, I'm not going to stop you, just go and do it, was so amazing as well. That dimension of Vaughn too. I know that Vaughn was like, hey, you can do this, right? Because if Vaughn does care about Durin, he does. We've seen this, right? We've seen this. He sees a lot of himself in Durin. If Vaughn thought that he couldn't do it and he needed to protect him, he would have come here. And he would have made an excuse, and he would have. He would have come in and been like, well, I came here because, like, my favorite food's on sale this time around. You know what I mean? Like, he'd make up an excuse. So, like, that was also incredible also. Let's take a look at some of this cutscene again. I'll try and mute myself as well, because sorry, I'm not annoying. We have the fireworks going off. There's Albedo up there. Look at that scene as well. Absolutely incredible. The prayer of formation, like forming a human. The reason I'm watching this, like, is very, is not for lore, just for like seeing all the characters are doing again, because like, we didn't miss them. Look how incredible that looks as well. It's so insane. So insane. So you see here, Barbara, this is like the adorable trio. I used to call the adorable trio in Fire Emblem. This is like Genshin's adorable trio. Look at this. Look at them. So I'm sorry, look at this. Look at them just having a chat. You know what I mean? Like willingly having a chat with each other, and then Amber and Eula chasing after each other. So great with Mika. And then like Lisa, chatting with the boys, probably making them feel very strange and weird, and probably like weak. And then there's Noelle just being her sweet self as well. Sucrose and Timaeus there as well, looking, and of course they're interested in this stuff as well. They're so like, oh my god, look at this. Look at Albedo, he's so incredible. And then the babies with Barbara. Clee. That's your brother Albedo. And then Dahlia as well, an amazing new design. Love the design. And there's Rosaria kind of just like, and I love Rosaria's just like, yeah, I'm just be here by myself. I need Rosaria to meet Lynette. I love the rivals talking to each other. Because again, this is an example of Genshin. They love doing this where it's like, these two characters fight all the time. Try to separate them. You know what I mean? They're not getting separated. You know what I mean? I think it's absolutely amazing as well. Amazing stuff. Yeah, amazing stuff altogether as well. So cool. So that's a better look at his yeah, and he says it's going to take a while for him to get formed there as well. Yeah, guys, this was one of my favorite quests ever. I had such a good time with this. If you want to stay around for me watching the other clips of what happened in the other part, you definitely can. If I missed on anything, please let me know, because obviously I did this over 2 weeks, but I feel like we got a lot of like this stuff that was happening here also. The idea of like what Durham was doing, the idea of like devouring all this. But we talked about it in the last one as well, but obviously I wanted to like talk about the lore the kind of fresh stuff we learned in this as well. It was a really scary time. This whole quest was a terrifying time that turned into like one of the most incredible moments ever, and still is pretty terrifying. And now we not only know of like different trials of the Hexenzirkel, we now know of like new journeys that we're gonna have to go on. We have another mystery in our hands that Venti had us once again, and it's probably knowing Genshin, that mystery could be answered in 10 years. 10 years from now they're gonna go, remember that thing Venti gave you? Oh yeah, I remember. But yeah, I wonder how this is all going to turn out. Absolutely incredible stuff. I absolutely adored this quest so much, guys. I'm not going to say goodbye and do the credits until the end of this, because I'm going to be going and watching some of the stuff I missed. If I can find the stuff I missed. If I can't, that's okay too. But we'll see if we can find this. So here then is the other optional stuff that a patron sent me as well. And this is official. Oh, they're trying to like contain, keep them away from the... Oh, there she is! Oh, I love her voice. Great stuff. Oh my god! She's the best, isn't she? She's the best. And you get to fight alongside Official then? And Albedo, that's so fun. Yeah, I missed all of this stuff, and I found out that like a lot of you guys like missed the same stuff. I wasn't alone. A lot of people were saying like, oh yeah, I missed that too. Man, Official's one of my favorite characters. She's so good. She's so good. And again, I adore using her on most parties, but she's also just like so funny. She's so charming, and she's such a great story as well. Like, she's really one of those characters I consider to be just like perfect, you know? And I love that she's out here helping as well, you know? And like her and Oz just destroying things. I adore Official. I adore her. Oh, I love her voice. You tell Official. Well, you can now.
我只是小姐的臣子，绝不是乡野魔物。当然，我不是那个意思啊，抱歉，抱歉。
护从，还有要事在身吗？尽管去铲平余孽吧。光辉的皇女。
Oh my god, Official! I love when she talks like this. It's so fun. It's so fun. Is that the official interaction? So that's the entire official interaction. Don't worry, this is just a Roman Reacts playlist down here. But no, she's so fun. I love the theater kid energy. Whenever she does her like whole like, you know, the princess and thing, like I love the Oz like supports as well. I even love how Mondstadt like has their own like thing where they like, how do I say, where they have like a translator book for her. I think this is where, yeah, okay, I think there's just something else after this as well. Yeah, I think this is also for Diluc and Kaya, and also Sucrose had a meet up as well. So there's a few more things you have to look at here. I wonder if this person is Chinese who's recording this, because they're like skipping it at the right moments, right? So maybe? Possibly, right? Oh, so means Diluc and Kaya. Oh my god, and they're fighting together. Like, I thought they only fought together in that one scene, but this as well. With Sucrose as well. Sucrose and Diluc, by the way, is like a really sick combo. in terms of just like abilities. Like I'm such a big fan of the fire, the pyro mixed with Animo. It's like one of my favorite things. I think it's like one of the most satisfying combos in the game. Animo in general is my favorite element for sure. It's so good. I think you should hurry up, Mr. Kaya. Diluc is leaving you in the dust. Oh, there's a fight at the gate as well. Diluc's burst? Oh my god, Captain Kai's voice. Imagine you think it's just Kai come to save you and here comes Diluc as well. You'd feel so good, right? Look at the two of them together. Look at them. Hurt?
我没事，倒是你的小腿。斯万、劳伦斯，都到西风教会接受治疗吧，别勉强。我们会接受这一代。
Genuinely fantastic.
可是，迪卢克老爷爷，你不是早就已经离开
You're not part of
骑士团
this.
吗？是啊，但也不是只有骑士团的人才能看守这扇大门。老爷一向很热心，哎，你就别管了。市民愿意做些什么，那就
I
让他做
love that they're like working together as
也没什么不
brothers.
好，不是吗？
Exactly.
哦，我明白了，非常抱歉，我衷心感谢您能支援我们。我们会尽快回来，多谢二位。
Even though I know like they're gonna have their big moment again later as well, which is also a fantastic moment in the battle.
趁现在有空，
It's so cool to see them together now.
分发给附近的战士，应该能够帮上些忙。
稳妥的判断，辛苦，注意安全。虽然我不觉得会有这种情况，
Oh my god, worrying
但
about
如果出
Sucrose
现
as
你无法
well.
应对的情况，立刻撤离到安全地区，不用担。
是，我明白了。
Maybe they're not. I don't even know if they're skipping at the right time. I think was there another one after this as well? Because that's it. Okay. But super interesting to see anyway, right? Oh, yeah, super interesting to see anyway, guys. Honestly, like I think we already talked about all the quests. We don't need to talk about it again, but like just to end this as well with just these, I think they just add to the story a lot. I think they're really cool to like Then keep the, when I talk about grounding a game, I don't mean like it has to be like really normal. I think it just means that like it feels realistic, and seeing everyone fight on the ground floor and seeing everyone fight for Mondstadt makes it feel like everyone is working towards one goal together. And I think that just makes perfect sense. Really cool stuff. Seeing those together, seeing Fischl fight for Mondstadt, seeing Diluc and Kai, like Kai almost translating for Diluc the same way Oz translates for Fischl as well at the same time. It's all just like so fun, and like seeing Sucrose there as well, and Albedo believing her also. Just small things that really add to the story as well. Like it's just a small tiny thing that make up a bigger picture. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and thank you so much for supporting this. It's our first Archon quest, guys, we've had together on the channel. That's new. It's our first Archon quest together. It's new, and it means so much to me. It really does. And I thank you so much for watching this. I thank you for supporting the series always, and I thank you just for being such kind people. You made this so exciting for me. The idea that I was going to get to do an Archon quest with you guys meant the world to me. And I want to say thank you to Typharo2, Jamie Bull, Jana the Banana, the Ghost of Inazuma, Felicitas Felix, Yuld, Radish Adusta, Death Trap, Lynx Marky, Assassin, Shakugan, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Heck, SR Fiji, Leon, Hike Kasparian, and Jared Beanham, and I'll see you all so soon. Bye-bye.